I think that our program is based on the philosophy of development. As a child growing up, I dreamed of being a pro tennis player. I mean, that was what I woke up thinking about and dreamt about. And I never thought too much about college tennis. I played college tennis and I loved the experience. It was awesome. I made lifelong friends and really enjoyed that whole experience. The thing I've tried to bring to the University of Portland as a coach is a way for players to kind of continue that professional mentality and yet still enjoy the essence of being a college tennis player, which is teammates, camaraderie, all coming together for the good of a common goal. But I think tennis is an individual sport, and we don't want to take that individualism away from the game. And I think that a lot of times when players come into college, especially some of the really big schools, they're fighting for the national championships. It's easy to for those players to kind of lose sight of what their long-term goals are, as far as how what they want to do when they finish college, and get too short-term thinking as far as what do I need to do to be able to win my next match so I can keep my spot on the team, I can keep my coach happy, all those kinds of things. Here, obviously we want to win. We're as competitive as anybody, but I think that we pride ourselves on prioritizing long-term development over those short-term results. It may have cost us at times, when you go to make a change in a stroke or a little technique, we all know there's a learning curve to that. Sometimes it's a couple of days, sometimes it's a week or 2 weeks. My feeling is at 18, 19, 20 years old, you don't have a lot of time to put those things off. You need to be working on them all the time. And if you're going to constantly be waiting for a month or a 2-month gap to be able to work on your game, you're not going to develop at the rate you need to. And here at the University of Portland, we're pretty lucky. The philosophy of the entire school is all about teaching and all about learning and improving and getting better. For us, it's not really where you start, it's where you're going to finish. And for us, we measure the finish at the end of their tennis career. And ideally, that's 25, 26, 27 years old. It's not necessarily 21 or 22 when they're going to graduate. And I think that's how the academic side of our school looks at success too, is we want to prepare them the best we can for their passion, for what they really want to do with their life, and make sure that they're well equipped when they go out there to chase those dreams. And the other aspect to the development piece is, look, the really big conference schools have some tradition. They have a lot of resources. They have some natural advantages to drawing the highest level players. Because honestly, 18-year-olds, they're going to look at how amazing your weight room is, or how cool the football stadium is on Saturdays, or just the amount of courts you have, or whatever it is. But the reality of it is when it comes down to it, no matter where you're at, or what your limitations or your resources are, you can make it if you're willing to work hard enough. And I think that that's one thing here that we really pride ourselves on, is we give you every resource possible to have an opportunity to become as good as you can be. We work with our players individually every single day. Every single player on our team has a 30-minute private lesson every single day from either me or my assistant coach, Henry Oldham, as well as the team practice, as well as time in the weight room, on the track. We play a great schedule of matches. Our number 8 guy is treated as seriously as our number 1 guy. We are very proud of the fact that we've had some players who've had some great success in the Pro Tour. Winning the U.S. Open mixed doubles title, top 200 ATP in singles, and we're equally as proud of some guys that started off, honestly, as not amazing players when they came in here, and a couple years after college, they're earning ATP points, and the just to see that improvement is what makes it really special for me in this job, and it's why I wake up every single morning as eager as I did 18 years ago when I started this job, to help people get better and achieve those dreams. And like I said, I see college as as a way to enhance your opportunities to hopefully be able to be pro tennis players, as opposed to impeding it, which honestly in a lot of cases I see happens because the focus becomes too narrow, it becomes too short term, and I think that eventually players lose a little bit of heart in terms of of their ability to be able to compete at the next level beyond college because their games do stop growing. And so that's what I feel like University of Portland, tennis program and our school, what makes us special is that, I would put, the rate of improvement from when a player starts here to when they're done 4 years later. I put their rate of improvement up against any school in the country, and feel really good about that. And, that's what we're trying to tell people. And again, if it's important that you have the big football school or the fancy electronic scoreboards and all that stuff, then we're not the place, But if it's just simply a matter of, hey, I want a place that I can focus on my academics and I can make sure that I have the best chance possible to be a pro tennis player after 4 years in college. I mean, like I said, I'm very confident in our ability to provide that atmosphere for both of those things to happen.